In a deep green forest, there lived a little elephant. His name was Ellie. Ellie was very curious and always wanted to learn new things. While the other elephants were busy playing, Ellie would look at the mountains and rivers in the distance. One morning, Ellie saw a strange colored light in a corner of the forest. Ellie said, "I'm going out to explore today." Her mother was a little worried, but she said, "Be careful, come back before dusk." Ellie filled her little backpack with some. She happily set off on her first adventure in her life. While walking, Ellie came across a mountain full of flowers. Suddenly, she heard, "Hello, where are you going?" Ellie looked up and saw a colorful parrot sitting on a branch. The parrot's name was Henry, and he could speak many languages. Ellie asked, "Did you see that light?" Henry said, "That's the rainbow fruit tree. It only lights up once a year." Ellie's eyes widened, and she said, "Come on, let's find it together." Henry flapped his wings and said, "Come on. I'll show you the way." They set off together into the deep forest. On the way, they found a small river, where the water was very cold. As Ellie was crossing, she suddenly slipped and fell into the water. Henry quickly pulled Ellie up with his wings. Ellie smiled and said, "If it weren't for you, I would have drowned." Henry smiled and said, "That's why we're friends." On the way, they played with leaf balloons. They sang songs, played music on the leaves of the trees. Ellie had never felt such joy before. As they walked, they saw colorful lights on a high mountain. Henry said, "That's the rainbow fruit tree." Ellie ran and stood under the tree. The tree was like a dreamland decorated with colorful lights. The fruits were shining in red, blue, yellow, and green. Henry said, "Only those who are curious and brave get these fruits." Ellie picked one up and said to Henry, "This is for you." Henry asked in surprise, "For me?" Ellie said, "You are my friend. You were my companion on my first expedition." Henry said happily, "You are a true explorer, Ellie." Then they both sat down and ate the rainbow fruit together. The fruit was sweet, juicy, and full of magical flavor. Ellie said, "There's nothing more fun than this adventure." The sun began to set. Ellie said, "It's time to go home." Henry said, "Come on, I'll take you home." They returned together on the road between heaven and earth. When Ellie returned home, her mother cried with joy. Ellie said, "I didn't just bring you rainbow fruit, I found a real friend." Her mother said, "You've really grown up today, my little." Ellie went to her room and opened her bag. The little piece of rainbow fruit was still shining there. She said, "This light will always remind me, the world is so beautiful with friendship and curiosity." This is a very beautiful English story.